Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS22 Let's Map video. I'm working on my upcoming map Marigold Farm, an American map, and this is part 4. In the last part we made some forests and I added some more forests, so all areas where I want to have forests have trees now, and they are not yet finished. I will add some leaf trees and such, and put a little bit more detail work into it, but for the time being they are okay as they are. And now I get a better feeling for the dimension of the landscape, and this doesn't have any trees yet because I'm thinking on maybe I will remove this mountain or make it less prominent to get more fields, because somehow I have the feeling I need more space for fields. But for the moment I'll leave it like that, and I will see. If I leave this small mountain, I can add easily some trees there. And what would be nice to have a road going here, I think, because this is such a natural place for a road somehow. But now, today, I wanna start building the first farm. Only as a temporary farm, so this will be polished later, but I want to determine where I want to have this farm and build some buildings there, that we get a feeling for, okay, this will become an agricultural map for FS22. And I thought I would love to have the first farm here. I think a dirt road from down there up to here would be nice, and then somewhere here, or maybe even here, I want to make the buildings. I'm not sure whether this is a good place for a farm, because if we have a flood, maybe this area would be flooded first. Yeah, maybe it's too close to the water. That's what I'm thinking. It's rather high enough, but when I think about where would I build a farm in this area, I would love to have it here close to the river, but yeah, maybe, and I first start smoothing it out a little bit more, because I saw this is still rather bumpy and we don't want to have it bumpy. I make it even bigger, a little bit bigger. And it should be as smooth as possible, and then when it is smooth, here we have a real hole. So, oh, what is this? Oh, I have the I'm wondering why I can't smooth. Yeah, because I had the texture painting tool active. So, like so. There are really holes here. But for smoothing, sometimes it helps to add a little bit. What is there? More toys or what? Yeah, this is full of toys. Okay, I think I'll ignore the toys. Maybe I make them invisible, because they are a little bit maybe it's at gameplay. Collectibles, yeah. And tell me whether you like those toy collectibles to have on this map. I like them a lot, those toys. But on my other maps I had custom made. Oi, 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 oi. What happened there? I had custom made collectibles. And here, yeah, I'm not sure what to make. So you can tell me whether you like the toys as collectibles or whether you want custom-made ones. And if you want custom-made ones, you could tell me what you prefer. So what kind of collectibles? I had this already totally flat here for the building stuff. Therefore I made it really flat, and then I had to modify a little bit for the river, and now it has become so bumpy again. So, but when I have smoothed it out more or less, then I will make an area totally flat for the farm. So, and this here is a little bit higher than the surroundings. Would I take this for the farm? I think yes. Yeah, and it looks like this is the end of the valley with road, so the road will only go up to this farm, and then maybe we will have a bridge, and here maybe we have another small farm, something like a sheep farm or so. So then I think it's a good place to make it here. And this is still a little bit too high, so I go a little bit more down and make this measurement, and then I go on replace, and from here I can flatten it. And as you see, the flattening is rather fast. It shouldn't be hard one. I always need the hardness on one to speed up the smoothing, because the smoothing works so slow. Maybe you saw it. I nearly didn't make any progress, so to say. And here with the flat making tool, it's just seconds, and I have my totally flat thingy, and this will be smoothed. But first maybe I like so. Oh no, that was a little bit too much. First I will paint the floor that we can see where the farm will go, and then I smooth here. Or maybe even better, the first thing I do is putting a farmhouse, because then I see how big I need it to be. And I think at first I start the farm rather small, but I should have some more place that is flat. Maybe first working as a field, but that can be easily transformed for farm expansion, that you can have, yeah, not a XXL huge farm, but a medium-sized farm. So first I make a transform group and I call it farm. And I put it here, and later I will make a better order there, because yeah, something like placeables, village and such, but for the time being the farm is okay. And now I hope I can import this without any problems. I prepared it. No, this is hinterland. I need Marigold Farm, placeables. Oh, residential house. Which is my favorite number? I try number 5 in red, and if this is not the right one, I'm searching for the right one, because I have a certain farmhouse in mind that I want to use. Okay, where are you? Maybe I just let it jump here. It is red, yeah, but it's not the one I wanted. It's okay, I will use it in the village. I think I have all the normal houses from Elm Creek. They are just underneath us, and here I have some recolors. So this is number 5. Maybe I can just have a look. What is the correct number? Where are we? Oh no, they are not there, because they are from the farms. They are placeables that are loaded, so they changed it. In the beginning, in the 4 corners, the houses were fixed, and then they were transformed that you can sell them. I just try residential house 8, and if this doesn't work, I take farmhouse 3, so one after the other. I have them all, and I know I have the one I want. And this can go to the town. Then we already have a little village. Little, very little, a one-house village. So, let's see. No, this is not the right one as well. So, I think I want the village to be here. Therefore, I just put them here. Just throwing them somewhere. And now you can see, okay, we have quite a big landscape, because the houses are very, very small. They are so tiny. And before, I was missing a feeling for the landscape, for the dimension of the landscape. Everything seemed much smaller, but now I see the houses and I think, okay, we have enough place for a village. It won't be a big village, just a main road and some shops and stuff, and some residential houses, and then at one place a second road with more residential houses. And So very as tiny as possible, but with all the needed infrastructure. So import, maybe I could just import all. Let's see. This is not a garage, but it's a farmhouse. And is this already the last one? Looks like. Yeah, this is from my huge American farm buildings pack, which is my favorite mod in the mod hub. So not my favorite, but the most downloaded mod of my mods. It's 600,000 downloads. And this is it, yes. And here now we can see this area that I built is rather big. So we can have a farm here easily. And we could even make a little plateau here and put it there a little bit higher. And then for the normal farm buildings I make here some stuff. And then for the expansion of the farm that is a field in the beginning, I could just keep on flattening this into this direction, and then it's easy to make the farm bigger, I think. So this could be 2 or 3 meters higher. This is 66 meters. Let's try 69 meters and make a little platform here. Let's see how it looks. And yeah, then maybe I have to rearrange the trees, but that should be easy. So that it feels rather natural. And yes, we will have a little walkway up to the house. So, like so, and now I put the house there. Maybe it's a little bit, no, it's not too small. I thought it's too small. Yeah, and about this house, it is white on Elm Creek, but I love it in red. And what I thought is that I would love to make this house or a similar house a rebuild of it. I have this house in my American farm buildings pack, as I already said, and in different colors, and I have it in a wooden color in my modern farm buildings pack. That is a Hermann fan pack, so to say. And before I put it in this new mod, I tried to make this house walkable. So I tried to open it up and give it some inside. Like now it looks like so if we go inside. So beware, brace yourself. It disappears. So there is not just an empty house in the inside. It is non-existent in the inside. So I would need to make the whole inside new. But I was prepared to do this. I wanted to do this. And I started cutting those bays because I wanted to use them, give them walls and such. But as soon as so like now they are closed, they are only a closed bay here. This is the wall. And when I tried to cut this open, I got very strange shadow effects. And I couldn't change those shadow effects. So I couldn't open the house up and fill it with inside. And then after working on it for 2 days, I thought, no, it's not possible. I can't make this house walkable. If I want to have this house as a walk-in house, I need to build it myself. And that's what I'm planning to do for this map. And I hope I find the time to do it, because this is quite detailed. It won't be 100% copy of this, but it will be a house with at least 3 dormers, because this is what I really like on this. And in this center one is a little bit bigger, and I like this porch like so, and here we have another porch, and that is on the other side. I like this a lot, and here is another dormer, and I want to try those bays. So I want to give my best to make it as similar as possible, let's say. And this will be a walk-in house, and so at least the first floor will be walkable. I don't think I'll make the whole house with several floors, 2 floors walkable, because that's even much more work. And I think the first floor will be enough. It's a rather huge house. And then this will have color choice for the walls. So what is red here will be choosable when placing it. But I think I'll make it red when it stands here. So now I smooth this out, and when I do this, the smoothing is really fast. But when I want to smooth a whole area, it takes forever somehow. But now it looks quite good, I think. So yeah, and yeah, then I think I make this a little bit bigger. We will have a strong slope here when is it really so good to make this bigger in this direction? Maybe not. Maybe rather in this direction. Then we could expand the farm in this direction, because this is not so steep here. Okay, so I keep on working here, and maybe even bigger. And then we have our first flat field and the farm. So I think here is enough. And for sure you will be able to expand the farm into a different direction, but then yeah, you have maybe a different step in the farm, which is not such a problem. So now I start painting it. Maybe I start with gravel. Is it a good idea, gravel? Maybe we check the different floor types. Come on. So get a little bit closer, and I make it even smaller. And then maybe here, too big or not, maybe square, and maybe still smaller, because we have quite some different ground types. I won't check all of them. Concrete, I think in this area concrete is not such a good idea. And I wonder why this looks so dark. Maybe there is a texture missing. No, then it would be white. I have to check this. A dirt not, but something like gravel. We start with normal gravel. This looks very accurate and new, what is good. And gravel dirt doesn't look as new, looks more used. Maybe that is even better. And that's why I'm searching. We have gravel dust. Maybe I just put them out, or always looking, because then I don't remember which is what. Gravel dust looks rather nice. And we can have a basic texture and then add some, let's say we take the gravel and then we can add those others in some spots or so. The gravel dust, the gravel grass, and the gravel moss. I like those. Those textures haven't been in the Alpine map that I used as a base for my other maps. And they are good to bring a little bit life into your ground textures. Gravel moss, and then there is, we have pathway. Oh, maybe this is good for the dirt road, or? Maybe. And then we have pathway gravel. Okay, this is a mixture between those two, that's okay. And here we have cobblestone, which I like a lot, but I think it's not the typical American farm floor, or what do you say? Do farms have this kind of texture? Because I really like it. Yeah, maybe you can tell me. For the time being, I think I'll use one of those as a basic texture and then add the others spot by spot. So now I remove this first, and then maybe I take the normal gravel and add the other ones where they are good. And this maybe I take for the road and add this dirt road that leads to here. And this I could take for the pathway up here to the house. And the house, maybe I make a little bit of gravel-like stuff, and then it's meadow, I would say. And let's check about this. Oh, look, when I'm far away, it's totally dark here, and when I come closer, it gets lighter. So I have to check the LOD of this. Yeah, but I'll take care of this. Okay, so maybe I start with the normal gravel. So, and then I make it round again, because the square is not in our direction. And yeah, I want to have barn here. Maybe a barn with a silo. Maybe just not so square me like. Here, this I will smooth. Don't worry. Maybe that's already too big. But that's no problem. I can make it smaller. And what I'd like to know from you, and here is the good thing. If you watch these videos from me, I will from time to time ask things. What do you like? What do you want? And so you can not only help me create this map, but you can tell me your wishes. And so I won't always fulfill all wishes, because in the end it's my map, but I will listen to you, and when this fits to my idea of the map, then I love to fulfill your wishes. And so when I ask you, for example, like now, do you want to have a cow barn or a different animal barn already on this farm? Then you can tell me, and according to what you write to me, different voices maybe, then I will think about it and decide. But if several of you say, oh yes, I definitely want to have a cow barn from the beginning, and it should be a Hermann cow barn, for example, then I would do it. Or if you say, I'd love to have a cow barn, but I'd love to have it as an open meadow. This is something I could make, because it's not such a lot of work. If you say, oh, I want the most sophisticated American cow barn, like so and so forth, maybe I would say, this is too much work, this will take too long. So it depends a little bit on what you want, but you can tell me, do you want to have a cow barn already on this farm for the starter farm? A sheep farm will come here, and I think I will make a free roaming sheep pasture, because this looks so much like sheep that roam around, and therefore. And you could tell me, do we need or do you want to have dog from the beginning? Yeah, and chickens. So those are open questions, and you can tell me now what you think about it. And then I will have to think about where to put it. So a cow barn takes quite some space. Maybe the main barn should be in a place where you can reach it from all sides. So maybe I start with the main barn now. And later, when I decided on this on the size of this this farm lot, this is not the end, then I make the other gravel stuffs, that it looks more interesting. So, oh, do I have it already? I think yes. American barn, here it is. No, I wanted American barn with silo, because then we already would have a silo. So maybe I will put this somewhere else. without the silo. Maybe there? No, there are no farms. But maybe here is another farm? I think that would be... Yeah, here it is. Just in the middle of the landscape. Yeah, it won't stay there. Don't worry. So I think in the moment we are still in a stage where I can say nothing will stay exactly like I make it now. Those are all more or less placeholders. But this main farm is something, yeah, I think on doing similar to what I'm building today. Not exactly the same, because very often when I build something and then I sleep and after some time I think, okay, this should better be like this, and so. So maybe I just make it here. Then you come. And you can go there from here. So with this barn, this is one of my mods, and this is self-built, and it's inspired by the Elm Creek barn, but bigger, because the Elm Creek barn is too small, and therefore I made this quite a bit bigger, that you can go through this with up to medium-sized tractors, and here with a small combine. But this barn is not for huge equipment. This is for small and small medium-size equipment. And then you can go through all those doors, and here again also, and here it's a little bit extended, and we have a silo here. So therefore we need place to go here, maybe even more, to be able to whoosh drive inside. So, and then should I just place a cow barn from the base game? Yeah, I just do this. And then you can tell me what you want. Placeables. And I think I would put the small one of Herman. Placeables. Here is the Herman stuff. Cow barn. Medium. Yeah, I think the big cow barn would be too much for the beginning. It's something that costs $500,000 and more. Okay. And now we don't see the nav mesh. So you only get a small idea and you don't see the fence. Because usually this is placed via the placing script somehow. But yeah, we can imagine here is the the area where the cows roam. And then we need some space here. Yeah, this is enough to feed them and to go through. I think this is okay. I think I won't be able to make a sophisticated barn like that, totally custom made for this map, but what I could maybe do is I could reskin it, that we have a different wall texture. If you like this, I love this wood, but maybe it doesn't fit so well to the other farm. So that is something you could tell me. And what I'm very interested in to know is I saw some American farm buildings with totally white roofs. And in Elm Creek we mainly have those nearly black roofs, blue-gray blackish roofs. And so from the farm sim I haven't seen white roofs up to now from the base game. And when I was on Google Earth, I saw some agricultural buildings, sheds and such with white roofs. What do you think about white roofs? Would you like to have white roofs on this map, or rather the dark ones? And I think maybe this white roof thingy has to do with the sun, because the sun isn't so hot when you have a white roof, but maybe it has a totally different reason. And yeah, I would be interested to know what you think about roof colors. So now I'm not so sure what else to build. I want to have more sheds. And yeah, let's see what I have, whether I find this. So those are the residential house, the old barn, and maybe I want one blue. Yeah, with the color it's the same. The buildings that I will build myself from the get-go, I'll try to make color choice. But for buildings that I take from the map and I do a reskin, they won't have a color choice. This won't have a color choice too, because with this wooden buildings we don't have color choice for the Hermann buildings. Only for the metal ones. So I take one blue one. And then maybe this is the old barn. And maybe it's not even needed to have another old barn here. But it's so nice and typical. But it has a disadvantage. Even if I made it bigger than it is on Elm Creek, at least 20% bigger, it is still not a good barn for huge equipment. So it is this one. And yeah, I changed it insofar that you can open and close all the doors. And what I say, it's bigger. Yeah, but still not an easy shed to put big equipment. And then I have some others. Maybe I just try and get a little selection. So I take buildings from my American Farm pack, what I told you, which is my most favorite, and where I transformed the Elm Creek buildings, the useful Elm Creek buildings, into placeables. So I think the farm garage is not so small, but let's see what I have. This is all small, so then we have the animal trader garage. I think this is not so big, but the animal trader open hall is big, and I have two different kinds. Yeah, and the farm garage, it works as a workshop, and this is nice too, and you know it, but I don't have it in red. So then I take, or is this is the red one, yeah. And yeah, I don't think everything needs to be red, but I like those red buildings somehow, and therefore maybe I'm using more red buildings than others. Yeah, and I'm thinking on how to arrange those buildings. Maybe I put another 2 sheds or so, and then wait what you say about, as I want more like this and more like this, and so. Yeah, I love to have quite some space that it's easy to navigate on the farm ground. So we try this first. This is the one we have as a bale storage now. I think, I don't know whether we need it here, but maybe somewhere else. I put it to the other barn and use it later. So, okay. And then we have the trader open hall. This is more for, yeah, medium-sized equipment again. So you can put a small combine inside. Is all this for small combines, okay, but not for big combines. I increased them all a little bit because the originals were not suited for combines at all. But this is more for tractors and normal appliances. Maybe I just put it here. And then I wait for the inspiration. This is the big one, yeah. This is quite something. I think for the really big combines it is not big enough, but all in all it is a very huge shed, and you can put in such a lot of vehicles and stuff, really a lot. I like to use it. So maybe that would be okay here. Then we have the slope isn't such a problem. I will smooth it, but we could make a rocky slope in this area. And the farm garage, I think this is the workshop. Yeah, this is the workshop. as we know from Elm Creek. So now I'm torn between putting this red barn in the center of the farm, because it would be good to be accessible from all sides, and it's a nice centerpiece somehow. But then you don't have such a good view on the farm building, the farmhouse. Maybe I just try. Let's take it here, and then I put the garage maybe here. Oh, and I'm still not sure about the size of the whole farm, and it can change still a lot. Maybe this is too big, because a lot of place is good, but too much place is too much. So, and then I make it here. Maybe it could be not direct in front of this house, but more to the side, and then we can see both. Yeah. And maybe like so. Is it still able to drive through here? I think yes. And here is enough space, I think. And then maybe I switch the garage with the old barn. Like so. And here, dip, 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 dip. And then in the end we have to check this by using it, because even when I think on, oh, do we have enough place to drive here and there, then I maybe forget that we have to go over here to get the milk, or such a thing. And then we have to change it again. So, and also with this, you can tell me your wishes. So, and then I can put this much closer to here. Oh, what did I do? Okay. Do I want to have it oh, not straight, or maybe it's nice to have this coming together, and in the center then there is the farmhouse. So I could turn it, then we have everything in 90 degrees or 180 degrees, but like this it is like an arrow that points to the farmhouse, what I like. And then we have the garage, and it could be, yeah, where could it be to fit to the whole? like so, maybe here, that we can drive there. And then what is with this? This is all empty. Maybe I leave it for the moment and then you tell me what you think about it, and then I can still change it. But to make it more natural or better looking, I work a little bit on this texture here, which is not such a big deal. So I start with the gravel dust and make it only on the gravel 1. And so this will be only a slight difference. You see? You can hardly see it, but I see it, and it's, yeah, a nice little difference. So this is somehow the soft difference. And then we even make some stronger differences. And here we could make it green and plant some trees. So this doesn't need to stay white, gravel-like. So, and here we could have a tree as well, or some trees, because here you don't need to drive and here you don't need to drive, only you go through here. So then next we try gravel dirt and make it only on gravel 2. This is the new technique that I learned from the builder of the 24-hour map. And yeah, so what I'm going to tell you is more like a modding information, but maybe you find it interesting even if you have nothing to do with modding. So the usual textures are combined by 4 textures. So this with the big letter here, I think you can hardly see it. But I tell you what you would see if you could see it. So if I choose the gravel for painting with big letters, then this consists of 4 smaller letters, 4 different textures, and they are arranged in a random way, in the shape like this. So all the 4 are always arranged in this random way, and therefore it doesn't look like tiles. And you can use this fact that there are 4 different textures, that you say, okay, this gravel dirt I paint only on gravel 2, what was gravel 2 before, and then I can make it a little bit smaller, I think. I don't paint it everywhere, and so here I have random variety. I couldn't do this myself. I know this, that I couldn't do it. It would look more like stripes and such, not so random. And like that I can make a random looking texture change, and I find it much better than when I paint everywhere. Even with a small brush, I can't do it like that. And so, yeah, I'm really happy. This guy was making a live stream, two 12-hour live streams, where we could watch him building his map. And yeah, so I thought, okay, I'm interested in how he did it in 24 hours, a whole map. And therefore I watched the live stream, and this is what I learned from it, and I'm quite happy about it, because I hope maybe I can learn something, and this is not what I expected to learn, but I already saw, when I saw him building his map, I saw, okay, he did some interesting texture modifications on the farm. It didn't look so sterile, and now for my taste it's a little bit too spotty. I hope I get yeah, something a different solution for this. This is pathway gravel now. And okay, it doesn't go on those spots that I already painted, because they have a different name now, but I can change this. But this is in between somehow. This is the pathway gravel, and like this, maybe I go on gravel 3 now. Yeah. So then the difference between the white gravel and the dirty gravel is not so strong anymore. And I want to make something where you drive a lot. Like so, maybe. Whoosh. This is only 6 meters. And you drive here. And you drive over there. And then for sure you drive here a lot. And then when I change all the buildings where they stand, I will do this all over again. But I think it's okay. Like this, I can get a feeling to this technique. And on other buildings of mine, I tried to do it like that, but it was always too strong. And this is not so strong spotted. So what do we have? Pathway. Do I want to have a little bit of the pathway? Maybe I try. And then I take all the areas that are no real farm place and make them green again and plant some trees. This is much darker. Again. Can I decrease the opacity? Does it work? I don't think so, because one texture is always one texture at one space. Yeah, but I think this looks better. Yeah, especially when you are close to it. And now I take the grass, so, and can be painted everywhere. And here it doesn't make any sense to have such a huge gravelled area. Like so. Maybe I make some dirt around. But here behind all the buildings I can put some trees and bushes and things like that. Now I can make it bigger. Okay. But this should be drivable. Oops, what is this? Okay, maybe like so. And here somewhere we will have the road to the town. And this maybe is like so. In the end we will see. And now I make it small. No, really small. Yes. To have some place for bushes here. I think to have some greenery here will transform the whole place totally. It usually is like that. And this is behind the shed as well. As of now, we don't have large drive-through sheds. But here you can drive through and there you can drive through. So I think it should work for people who love to use drive-through sheds. Come on, a little bit bigger. Okay, doesn't want. So. Now that the shape looks quite strange, but does a farm or a yard need to be square or rectangle? Is it needed to have it regular? What do you prefer? I think maybe I could have put this here and that there, and then it would have been a little bit more. I think I do this. Then I repaint it. I think I just switched them. Not just, but before. But now I see it's not, it makes the whole farm too irregular. Because here it's too much in this direction and there. So I can make it, you want to go here, okay. And then maybe aligned with this. Maybe even so. I think that is okay. And then the garage could go over there. And then maybe I pull it a little bit. And then we have a more square-like shape to our farm. A little bit more square-like. No, it's more like five corner pentagon. Okay, but not the pentagon, but the shape. So then so, and here I'd like to have plants. Okay, then there no grass here, like so, and like so, and then maybe even yeah, and then this will be a dirt road to the fields, so this won't end like that. And here we don't have anything behind. And at the side. And here we will have a dirt road to the other fields. I think it's a little bit better now. So now I try a little bit of this gravel dust whatsoever play, but not as intense as before. Because I think the end version I will do. Oh, this is the grass dry. No, I didn't want it the grass dry. I wanted the gravel dust. Oh, and this. Okay, now we have some spotches, which is okay. I think we could have plants here. Okay, then I just leave it. And here, this gravel dust. Oh, this is good somehow, the gravel dust, because this is really subtle. You see this? And it doesn't make such a colorful distance. So maybe I can work on those spaces too. But I add a little bit of pathway gravel was good too. This is rather subtle as well. So, and now, yeah, this would be perfect. Some gravel grass, yes, and limit it, no limit, just gravel grass. Look, there we can plant some shrubs maybe. And here we could do this too. Or some weeds could grow on this gravel grass. So if we have an area that should be gravel, but there are plants now like it is in real life, here also. So, oh, it's already more than 1 hour again. Yeah, I think the Let's Map videos tend to be rather long. Because even if I'm working fast, what I do now for me, it always takes quite a while to do all this stuff. And now I want to make a pathway to the house. So just straight, I think, yes, just straight. Like so. And maybe even around that we can go there. So. And like so. Here not. And behind we do a different time. So. And now we add some greenery to everything. So. And here I will work on the slope, that it's not so intense. Before I thought on making it a rocky slope, but I think now this is not needed. I can do it just like that, and then even reduce the slope for the dirt road that leads to those fields here. But for now this is enough, I would say. So yeah, and in the next part we maybe could paint some first fields here, or we start building with the village. But right now, like so, maybe here I make some grass and around, that we get the feeling of, okay, it's grassy. Meadow and harvest ready. Oh, no, I can tell limit to texture grass. That makes it easy for me. Then I can just go over everything, and it only paints on the grass Oh, this is a wonderful new feature that we have in the Giants editor from FS22. Before we didn't have this, and this was my first tool that I programmed in the Giants editor with Lua for my own use. Something like that. And it worked quite well. It took me 1 or 2 days, and then now we just have it as a very, very nice tool. Okay, as you can see, the slope is still quite strong, so for driving I would need to reduce the slope. But that won't be a problem, only some work. Maybe I can lift this up, this area. So, and we want to have a road here. So maybe I should paint the road. This is too far away, so we can't see it. And maybe this is 5 meters, so I think 5 meters radius. I think 4 meters, that makes a diameter of 8 meters would be enough for such a dirt road. And I just paint a little bit. So later I will do this with the spline. Then the helpers can go there too. And here I need to add the gravel, or maybe the gravel. Where's the gravel? Pathway gravel, yeah. Yeah, this looks very... Yeah, here we have this strong somehow. So everywhere where I paint, it is this texture. And because I didn't reduce it, I wanted to remove it. Can't I undo? Again, undo. Yeah, now it's gone. I make it smaller here just for this place where we go into this, and then some spots. But you see, it's not so random like. Okay, for the moment this is okay. And now maybe I start with some trees. So, and I need a new transform group, and I call it Trees Farm. Okay, it's there. And then I take I can make this a little bit smaller. And here we have all these roads from the city. No, I don't want roads from the city. Later. Where are the trees that I want? Okay, here. I just get some tree examples somehow. So maybe an oak stage 2. I still have no willow, but for a farm like this we don't need a willow. But for a river maybe. So, okay. This is my collection of trees somehow. They are underneath the surface, and I always copy them, and then I can put them up here. Oh, this is a huge one. Maybe it can go over there. Yeah. Oops. And this is a huge oak. I would love to have something in the center, but this would remove the look when you come here. Yeah, so right now it's still, when you come here you see the farmhouse. Maybe I should make the road here. You see this typical barn and the farmhouse, and that's what I want to have. And therefore I can't put a big tree in this center or here, but maybe I could put a big tree there. Yes. And then we have the American elm stage 2, which is smaller. Maybe I put it here. There are such a lot of American elms in Elm Creek. And so that's how Elm Creek got its name, because it's full of elms. So this is the small one. This is very good here. And I could put even more of them. Okay. And here, one here. And here. Like so for the beginning. And then we have another oak. Maybe that could go over there. Then we have the house framed by oaks. And I want to put flowers here. But I think from far away we can't even see the flowers. But anyhow, I want them. But first I have to save. So, yeah, I should come to an end rather soon, but rather soon. And I can't finish this farm anyhow. So, because I want your feedback, and yeah, those are all only temporary buildings, because later farm buildings will be loaded dynamically when you start a new save game. But I like to put them here and make them as placeholders, like I did here. What is the coneflower? Yes, here is the coneflower. This is the yellow one. So this is more strong. Yes, I want flowers. Oh, but from here you can still see it, but only just here it disappears. Yeah, maybe I decide to do this differently. Not maybe even now. It's a little bit too bold, I would say. So then maybe I make 2 rows. The coneflower here and the daylily here. And if I don't like this strong rose, I will make it more natural looking. But like this, it looks like the farmer has planted those flowers. Yeah. And let's see. Maybe this would be good for some bushes. Medium size maybe. Oh, this is too small now. And this, I guess, will be too big. I think so, yes. So maybe 1.5 meters, 1.5. Yeah, so they are too far away from those are the medium-sized bushes. maybe I should move the building because here we have a nice row now. And yeah, I can't get it to become closer to this building. It would grow inside the building, but maybe when I do the small ones, I just try to do the small ones with 1 meter. Maybe I can fill them in here. No, they only want to go where they grow through the wall, and that's not necessary, so we remove them again, put some here, and then maybe I just slightly move this building. This is the... So I think that won't be a problem. No, it's better now. Yeah, and I think we will have more trees and maybe even more infrastructure, because right now we have a farmhouse, we have a barn with a silo, we have sheds, lots of them, and we have a garage and a cow barn. Maybe we need a buying station. I like to have buying stations on my farm. And then we have to think about where to place it. Because here in the center, what to put there. I think I'll wait on your feedback, and then I will think about it, sleep about it, and later we come back and then we make it better. And maybe we come back several times and always make it better. But what I like is those rather old-fashioned farm buildings that are typical for America. I think I would like those. And if you tell me, yes, they all have to have white roofs nowadays, even the old buildings, then I could make different textures and give them white roofs, if a lot of you people think this. But maybe for the older buildings, this kind of roof texture is okay, or is mainly used. You can tell me, I would say. Okay, that's it for this Let's Map building video. Next time we will have even more work. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.